morning, Dubai. It is Monday morning. This is the Lovin Dubai show with me, Casey.
And me, Masa.
And we go through the trending stories. So, of course, we're going to talk about the India-Pakistan Asia Cup finals. It was a win without a trophy.
And passport cover page are now mandatory for entry permits.
A UAE court awards a father 350,000 dirham in a botched vaccination case.
And Dubai's crown prince meets heroic firefighters.
Speaking of heroes, we're so excited to welcome our guest at about 8:50. She'll be joining us. Her name is Tia Watson of Team Angel Wolf. She is a record breaker and also a champion for inclusion.
And today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging from 27 to 36 Celsius.
If you guys are watching, the first few people that have tuned in, Yathar Thabapai 55, you were the first person. Can you hear that sound that I could hear?
I think you're annoyed.
Is it in my head?
I think it's in your ear right now.
It's like a video game.
It's just it's very weird audio. And you know what? This is why I love TikTok, because people do find the most random things and they do be creating content on it. But I have to ask you, what's on your For You page on TikTok, not Instagram? TikTok. TikTok is a wild place.
Oh, my For You page on TikTok?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, my For You page on TikTok, I'll actually open it right now.
Okay. I feel like it's a safe one. You know?
But
mine is not a safe one.
For You. Mine's going to be so nice. What is this? Oh my gosh, this looks amazing. What is that?
Aww. You're putting me to shame.
I'll go. I know my For You page is amazing. It's all amazing local UAE stories.
Oh,
Abu Dhabi.
so cute.
What's happening?
Oh, God.
What is happening there?
I'll give PG-13.
I'll give you one more. That's Lovin UAE. After 1 year of opening my company in the UAE, we're finally live, and it's someone opening a chocolate company in the UAE. First 3 videos. Show me yours.
I'm so happy that you're not scrolling and so confused and just asking yourself, what am I seeing? Because, yeah. I'll just show you a snippet of what my For You page looks like right now.
Okay.
Can we have the LED?
Is that what this annoying sound is?
Yes.
And
so it's...
I don't know if I want to see what's on your For You page, Barsha. What?
I don't know what's happening here. I have no idea what's happening here, okay? So basically, there's this little doll that just dances on its own.
Oh.
It dances on its own. This video that you're seeing on the right, okay, it got 56 million views.
So you're not the only
56.
weirdo with that on your page.
No, I'm not the only one, because people are so confused in how is this happening.
So this is like a trend that people are talking about.
It's not even a trend. This person is just...
It's a fake doll.
It's a fake doll,
okay.
Yeah. But how is it dancing? There are no threads. No one is around him.
Oh, it's going to be the new Labubu.
It's jumping up and down on its own.
It's kind of a vibe, no? It's just the videos are weird.
It's dancing.
If you put some color correction on that and give it a bit of light, it's the backgrounds that are kind of making it a bit creepy. But I think put some 16-year-olds dancing in the same way, and it's going to be a trend, no?
True, but like, how is the doll moving? That's my question. How is the doll moving up and down?
I think like it's going to be one of those toys. I don't know. It's nearly Christmas, guys. It's nearly Christmas.
But you know what? I love TikTok because I love how random and weird people are on TikTok, because they feel like they're just being themselves. You know, like they're just doing anything, and the most random things that pops in their head. You know, they're not overthinking it. They're just posting whatever.
You know, Instagram with like, was it 300? What is the number? 3 billion monthly users. They're going to change their algorithm, and I just wonder if this is something you would like on TikTok. So because people are saying the algorithm isn't giving them the type of content they want to see, you can actually now go into your settings, it's a new thing, and say, I want to see more videos about success. I want to see more videos about being a mom. I want to see more videos about Lovin Dubai. It's allowing you to... Or you could say, I don't want to see those videos. It's allowing you to choose your algorithm for or against.
I'm for.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I don't want, because this is just mind-boggling and...
But it's the weird and the wonderful that you just said that you love.
What's happening here?
That's on your For You feed.
Yeah. What is happening here?
How are you getting that?
But you know what? I liked it. That's the thing.
You're a victim.
Yeah, I'm a victim.
And do you send those types of videos to people?
Yeah, maybe that's why my
You're like-
algorithm's acting that way.
If you're starting, because my algorithm is all UAE stories, and it's because I react and I share them with our team. So then I just get fed all these nice stories. It's
Maybe
great.
I need to send you those videos. So your For You page is
No,
full with
thank you.
videos like that.
I have cultivated
Where
the
you
perfect.
lose brain cells.
No, because I don't look at TikTok for anything outside of work. So I've cultivated this perfect feed
Are you
that
worked
finds
towards
us the
it?
perfect videos.
You know what? It takes effort to customize. You know, I'll call it customization. You have to customize your For You page.
Exactly.
It takes effort.
Exactly. So I don't use TikTok for anything else. I'm not allowed to. Like I can't open TikTok for anything, which is actually probably a good thing. Anyways, guys, what happened yesterday? There were screams across the city as India won the Asia Cup, beating Pakistan. But it was a rare moment because, as you can see, the celebrations taking place behind me. It was. Oh, my mic is off. Give me a moment.
And India and Asia Cup champions, but in extraordinary scenes, they celebrated their win without a trophy, which is very new. At the Dubai International Stadium, India beat Pakistan by 5 wickets to lift the 2025 Asia Cup. But after the final ball, confusion and controversy took over.
So the winning team posed for photos, as you can see here, but it was without the Champions Cup. Now, if anyone's watching and they want to give us their thoughts on this, we'd be open to hearing it. So fans who stayed behind cheered, or were surprised that there was no trophy presentation. What happened was the Asian Cricket Council president and the president of the Pakistani Cricket Board, his name is Mohsin Naqvi, he left the ground after handing out medals and cheques, but did not present the silverware. Reports say tensions had been running high throughout the tournament, with political posturing and heated on-field clashes.
So Pakistan captain Salman Agha accused India of disrespecting cricket. So Indian skipper Surakmi hit back, saying his team had been denied the trophy, something he had never seen before in his career. For the third match in a row, the two sides did not shake hands. The Pakistan squad left for the dressing room immediately, while India refused to attend the ceremony. The Asia Cup ends in chaos. India have the win, but no trophy to show for it.
Although if you check Twitter today, you wouldn't know it because a lot of people have taken that photo and they've just planted the trophy in their hands. Look, it was a political decision by the team. We're assuming. We're not going to pretend to know the ins and outs of the
politics and
the severe kind of emotions that run deep between both countries. So we shan't comment on it. But what we can comment on is the fact that congratulations, India.
Yeah, they're still celebrating. People are cheering. And the best part of those wins is the celebration. So I am not really a big sports person, but
Did you hear people cheering yesterday?
No, I didn't, but I've seen videos like that. So it's nice to see celebrations.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not big on sports, but what I do love is World Cup.
Yeah,
And
it's coming up.
It's coming up next year.
So who's going to have your support, Massa, in the World Cup?
For every match, I always support the underdogs.
So who? Okay.
Only the underdogs. Like I don't have a specific team that I basically follow throughout. I just watch it match per match. Mm-hmm. Last time, I was a big supporter for Saudi.
Right.
And all the Arab countries, Morocco, Tunisia, all of them. So it's nice to support them, yeah, and to see them like have such to see them have put so much effort and like succeed in one of the games. Like for example, Saudi versus Argentina. That was such a big shock back into 2023.
Good memory.
Yeah, 2022. It was so big. Like the win was so huge because I remember I was back in uni and everyone was screaming, everyone was chanting, everyone was shouting. It was so nice because it was not expected. It was Argentina, a previous World Cup winner versus Saudi.
Those are the moments that make football for so many people.
Exactly. Yeah. I remember watching it on a big screen and those.
Where were you watching it? Where were you at the time?
The fan zone areas in Media City.
Oh, that was a good one.
Oh, it was so good.
That was a good one.
It was so good. And yeah, everyone was so shocked. And most people there were supporting Argentina, and you can see the disappointment. And you can hear us chanting, it's like, yeah, after every goal. So excited for that.
But I think any country in the region who does well will have our support. Because technically they are underdogs. Like the biggies are in South America and Europe. So any country that gets through is rich around. So I have here, but I could be wrong on this because so the countries still competing to get in. We've got Saudi, Iraq, Qatar, UAE, and Oman.
I hope one of them get in, honestly. I know they'll have my full support.
I hope UAE gets in. Hold on.
Yeah.
Is Ireland getting in? I don't think so.
I hope so. But I hope, like with proper, like, I think they can do it. They can do it. They can pass it. They can reach semifinals. They will.
And I think
they will win one year. They will win.
They will win.
I am 100% sure. You can see the dedication. You can see the training. You can see, like, you can see it how badly they want this win and how badly they've been working hard for this.
Well, working hard is the interesting thing because I think in the last 5-10 years, you've seen moves by certain countries in the region to really bring football to a higher presence in the region. We saw big players, not just Ronaldo, but a couple more moving to Saudi and the UAE, and club sports growing. And with that, the players get better, the home teams get better, and it will take time, but it could happen.
It could happen. Well, exciting. I'm excited for the World Cup. It's the best time of the year, honestly.
And there's always upsets. Like, there's always shocking moments. And, like, you don't need to get to the final. Ireland reached the quarterfinals in 1990-something, and, like, the country just stood still. I can't even tell you.
The tension,
like, we still remember that day. It was, like, the greatest day in football history in the country. And it could happen.
And
like
people waving flags on the streets.
Could you imagine?
Yes.
I think like the whole country shut down. Like quarterfinals in the World Cup.
God.
You don't need to win it. That's
crazy.
And it's such a proud moment for the country. And as you said, we can tag on to some countries. So we're here. We're gonna
support the underdogs.
We're gonna fly the flag for the region. Let's jump into our next story. We're talking about some confusion over passport cover page updates for entry permits.
So planning to apply for UAE entry permit, there's a new requirement you need to know. So applicants must now include their passport cover page as part of the documents submitted for entry permit. So the rule applies to all nationalities and cover all visa types, making it mandatory for anyone seeking a new entry permit in the UAE.
According to Gulf News, both AMR centres in Dubai and typing centres in Dubai and Abu Dhabi have confirmed the update. So if you're applying for a new visa, make sure to scan and attach not just the inside information page of your passport, but also the cover page. My question to you, Masa, what is the cover page?
So I know a lot of people are a bit confused, is that when you apply the entry permits, you need to make sure to include the passport photo, the nationality. So the cover page, as soon as the first page of the passport, where it has all the details.
That's the one I put.
Yeah, but you have to make it super visible, and the external one. So you have to
like
make
this.
sure that the nationality is visible. That's the most important thing for it.
So
and your picture.
Yeah, but that's so. I would always. I've got a page that I always put.
Apparently, some people were avoiding that. That's what I read through the comments because I wanted to understand more as to what's happening. Some people are not clarifying it enough that you need to show the nationality. So that's why they're making it a bit more difficult, where you have to attach your passport photo, your cover page, the first photo of your passport, and the external page of the passport.
Okay, well, anyone who's been through applying for
so with
visas,
all photos, with all the information required, it's as simple, just an extra step that you need to take, basically.
Get all the information, make sure those photos are clear and visible.
Yes.
The last thing you want to do is apply twice.
So moving on to our next story of the day. It's a court story because the UAE court awards father 350,000 dirhams in medical error case. An Abu Dhabi court has upheld a ruling awarding 350,000 dirhams in compensation to a father after a medical error occurred during his son's vaccination in Al Ain. The father argued that the doctor had administered the injection incorrectly, using the wrong site and method. While the mistake did not cause permanent disability, the Medical Liability Committee confirmed that a minor medical error had taken place.
Initially, the Court of First Instance ordered the hospital and the doctor to pay 300,000 dirham jointly. After an appeal and further review by the Supreme Medical Liability Committee here in the UAE, the Court of Appeal increased the compensation to 350,000 dirham. The doctor and hospital attempted another appeal, trying to shift liability to the insurance company. However, the Court of Cassation rejected this, noting the UAE law requires insurance disputes to go to the Insurance Dispute Resolution Committee. And so the final ruling held both the doctor and hospital jointly liable, with the court citing Article 313 of the Civil Transactions Law, which makes an employer responsible for errors committed by its staff while on duty.
So importantly, UAE law clarifies that while doctors aren't liable if a patient simply does not recover, they are accountable if they fail to exercise the necessary care expected from a reasonably vigilant and skilled medical professional.
So there was an error there that was made,
There was an error.
we're glad it wasn't a any permanent disabilities to the
thank
child.
God. But it's better to be avoided. So that's a huge liability, and I'm glad that the court took it into consideration, even if no disability happened. But vaccination, very sensitive, although it seems super easy, but it's very sensitive. You're injecting something into the body. But I have to ask you, are you scared of needles?
I'm scared of needles. Ooh.
I know a lot of people are, so that's why they avoid this, checkups, and they hate, the visa renewal process where you have to do the injections. And
I don't mind these types of injections. I think you're so used to them, and the trick I use is just look away.
Yeah.
I don't like injections in my mouth.
Ooh. Okay. When you go to the dentist.
Yeah, and I had to go to the
get
dentist
you.
recently when my face was puffed up, and she had to put so many... I think I'm traumatized from it. She had to put so many injections into my mouth, painkiller injections, but you're just sitting there, and you can't talk, you can't move, you can't react, and it's just going, and it's just awful. I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it too. I know that. I hate dentists, by the way. I love you, but I hate you at the same time.
I would say they've gotten better from when I was growing up. I think the facilities, it's actually more of a mindset thing than the actual process isn't as bad. I went to the dentist here, by the way, and they had a Friends TV on the roof.
Oh!
Yeah.
So you get distracted. Oh my God.
Dr. Joy, fancy. Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. And like the way that they do the checking, like I remember when I was younger, by the way, they would use a piece of silver and tap your teeth. And then if you reacted in pain, they knew there was something wrong.
They used to tap it like
They don't need to do that anymore.
Thank God, because it was painful when you have a cavity.
Yeah. And I had cavities, I'll tell you. And so now it's just a camera.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
a camera.
And then they take photos. And I haven't clearly hadn't gone to the dentist in so long. And I was waiting for this pain, but it was just a camera. And then she showed me the photos, and I was like, oh, like everything is way better.
Yeah, and it's less painful. Even the injections are less painful now because they have new methods of putting it, It's just because you see a big injection come into your mouth and you react.
Are you okay with the rest?
It's not like I'm super scared and I take a step back and I faint. No, but it scares me a bit. But the last time I had to do my visa renewal, honestly, God bless him, I'll never forget him. So they use this technique because your mind can't process two things at the same time. So this is what he did. Okay, he was talking to me and he was making me face him. And he was asking me about myself, so I was just talking because my mind is elsewhere. My mind is thinking about the conversation I'm having. And he injected the needle and just removed it. He's like, yeah, we're done. God bless him, honestly.
Yes, that's such a good doctor move.
Yeah.
And sometimes really they're doing it, but you still...
Yeah.
It's like, they're just asking you questions, so you...
And I just thought,
he's
he's like, I'll just ask you. He didn't make it seem like, he's going to distract me. He was like, I'm just going to cleaning up. And without me noticing, he was injecting it in my arm.
Skill.
That was amazing.
Skillful move.
Yeah.
Good morning to Paz and Chris, by the way. She said, tell me the name of your dentist. It's Dr. Joy, but it was a gum thing, so it was a periodontist. But a bad shot in the wrong place can cause nervous damage.
Oh, yeah. True.
That's not what we want to hear. No. Let's jump into our next story. Dubai's Crown Prince meets heroic firefighters. Dubai's Crown Prince, His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, met with Dubai Civil Defence heroes this week after their swift response to the major Al Barsha fire. I'm sure you saw those videos. This was the response in the photos beside me.
So the blaze broke out last week, but thanks to the team's rapid action and cutting-edge technology, it was contained in a record time. So civil defense deployed like the Shaheen drones, custom built for high rises up to 200 meters tall, carrying 1,200-liter tanks. These drones played a crucial role in tackling the flames.
Sheikh Hamdan praised the firefighters for their dedication and world-class expertise, calling their efforts a shining example of how Dubai continues to lead with innovation in safety and emergency responses. I'm sure you saw how quickly the drones dealt with that fire. And yes, thank you so much to DCD, our local heroes. Question to you, the audience. Look at that fire, it's crazy.
Yeah, I remember when we covered the drone story, by the way, the Shaheen. Groundbreaking, like what an innovation, honestly, because first of all you're saving lives and it's quick and rapid and it can immediately respond to any flames or any fires that broke out.
And the teams, I guess, who have put in the training to ensure
yes.
that they can do that so efficiently. Do you have an everyday hero, Massa? Do you have an everyday hero, Lovin Dubai audience?
I feel like my heroes keep changing. Like I don't have a definite one. Like it really depends. Every time, I don't know. Maybe year by year or month by month, I have a new hero. What's my current hero right now? I'm trying to think. You have one? Let me think. Give me some time to think.
This will probably sound it'll sound like it's been said before.
Yeah.
But construction workers, delivery drivers.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, like we go out like, and they get beeped at, and we put stories about them, and there's, you know, negative comments about like the style of driving or something, and it's like, I struggle outside in 10 minutes. I went out, I was outside for like 2 hours this weekend, and I was wrecked. I was lying on the couch like my body was depleted of any nutrients.
And still, that's not the peak heat.
And that's not the peak heat. And these people, they work so hard. You know, when you speak to delivery drivers, like I don't hear complaints. Like it's they do their job, and everyone who comes to the door is always so respectful.
Yeah.
And they always remind us of the privilege that we have. So I think everyday heroes in Dubai are those people.
You beat me to it now. Now my heroes will sound stupid.
No, but also like I don't want it to sound like mine are like a cliche at the same time, because it's an easy thing to say. But I think
we have to recognize them though.
We have to recognize, and sometimes if you're feeling road rage, or if you're feeling annoyed about a delivery not arriving or something like that, just I think empathy for these people is really important.
True. I think it's just and in these heat days, and because they got so used. You know what, honestly, it makes me so upset when you do treat them nicely, like when you say thank you to a valet, for example, or you say thank you to a delivery driver. They're usually very confused, they're very shocked, they're not used to that type of treatment.
Really?
Or they'll be extra nice to you. For example, if I'm parked at a petrol station and I say thank you or please, I just notice they're extra nice. They're like, please come back again, thank you, madam. And so, but like, do they not get treated like that? Like, are they always pushed aside? Are they always yelled at? Are they always like maybe ignored, or maybe not? You know, people just get their service and that's it. They don't recognize them as there's a fellow human right in front of you.
And you're like, don't thank me for doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You know, because it is the bare minimum to say thank you to someone for
don't
something.
thank me. But you can see their reaction, like their whole face expression changes because you're acknowledging a person, not thanking them, just acknowledging their presence.
Wow.
Speaking of acknowledgement and recognition, though.
Speaking of acknowledgement and recognition, a couple of weeks ago, you may or may not have heard, we held the Lovin Dubai Community Awards.
Yeah.
And we had the chance to acknowledge people doing amazing things in Dubai, the spirit of the community. And we had one category, it was called the Rising Star. And we are going to welcome the winner, voted by the public, of the Rising Star category. Her name is Tia Watson of Team LittleXWolf, and she'll be with us after this very short break. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Tia Watson, Lovin Dubai's Rising Star Award winner, a Guinness World Record holder, and the 18-year-old founder of LittleXWolf. From racing triathlons with her brother Rio to launching a fashion line that spreads the message, be an includer, Tia's showing the world that inclusion can be powerful, positive, and for everyone. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much.
First of all, congratulations on your win. You recently won the award, the Rising Star Lovin Dubai Community Awards night. So how did it feel to stand on the stage and be recognized?
It was such an amazing moment. I'll be so honest, I was not expecting that at all, because all the other nominees were absolutely amazing. But it was such an honor to be on stage with everyone else and just speak about my story and to be recognized for what I do and who I am. So truly grateful.
And that's exactly what it was. And as everyone is aware, it was a public vote, and the votes came in thick and fast. So it was amazing to be able to celebrate that with you on the night. And it's an interesting timing because right at the moment, and we weren't aware of this, is that you're actually launching a brand to encourage inclusion. And we're going to do a giveaway of the merch on the show. So first of all, can we show people the merch?
Of course.
And by the way, to win this award, we'll have it running on our Instagram stories today as well. But you need to DM us either on the show or in Instagram stories the message that Tia is trying to send. So you need to either put it on the live now or in a message in a story, which will pop up later. So yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so this is my hoodie. This is the back of it. So this is like the main print of it. And then at the back, we've got purple. So we're doing black hoodies, purple hoodies. Purple is probably my favorite one. And then we're also doing black t-shirts, which is what I've got on now.
Cool.
So,
and then this is the prize.
yeah, so the present's in there, the giveaway's in there, there's a purple hoodie. So super, super excited.
And the message for your audience is?
So the message of my audience and of the hoodies is be an includer, leave nobody out. So I guess the way how I came up with LittleXWolf is because I'm under my family's business, Team Angel Wolf, and so my nickname's always been Little Wolf and Rio's nickname's always been Angel. So we kind of realized, because my dad did many like public speaking, and he's always done talks on, corporates and schools, and he's always told my story. So I think about 2 years ago, I came up on stage and I did my first talk, and I loved it so much. So we kind of realized, I guess I'll be more of the face of the brand itself. So that's how LittleXWolf came, and now I'm spreading my message of being an includer, leave nobody out.
Congratulations. We know the story of Team Angel Wolf well. I think anyone who's lived in Dubai long enough will know it too. It's a family that promotes inclusion. So you mentioned that your dad tells your story. Can you tell us your story?
Yeah, so my dad tells his story. My story is basically just my life, my inclusion story with Rio. So my older brother Rio, he's 22, I'm 18. He has disabilities. So I guess my way of spreading the message of inclusion is racing with him. So I started racing with Rio when I was about 8 years old. So we do triathlon, swim, bike, run. We've done Guinness World Records, we've done many achievements together. So I guess that's my way of spreading my message. And now this is my new way of spreading the message as well, through hoodies and t-shirts, a bit more of a cool, because everyone loves a hoodie and a t-shirt. So, yeah.
I love how casually and humbly you just mentioned you do records. you know what I mean?
Like it's just a part of conversation,
Can we go, like, how do we deep dive on that? Can we go, what was your first world record? Tell us about it.
My first world record, well...
My first.
I always got the Guinness World Record book for my birthday or for Christmas, and I always said I want to be in the book one day, and I was so adamant on that. So when I was about, I think I was 11 years old, I told my parents I want to do a Guinness World Record with Rio as a triathlon. But sadly, I was too young to do a Guinness World Record, and you had to be 16 for the specific record I wanted to do. So we found an alternative called Official World Record. So we did that, and then when I finally turned 16, I did a Guinness World Record with Rio. But I was like, I don't want to do the same record I had done previously, because that was a sprint triathlon. So I wanted to challenge myself, so I decided to double the distance, which is an Olympic triathlon, which is a 1.5K swim, 40K bike, 10K run. So we did that in 2023. We literally got it. We had to do it under 3 hours, 45 minutes, and we did it in 3 hours, 39 minutes. So it was just behind the cutoff. So we have the record, and it's very cool to have chilling in the room.
Congratulations.
What was the most challenging part of the whole experience? It wasn't easy.
No, it's definitely mentally and obviously physically challenging, but honestly, I think the best way and the most motivational way for me to get through it was Rio. Because on the bike he sits at the front, so he's always there. He's the most happiest when he races, so he's singing, clapping, so I'm like there, pushing really hard, and then Rio's just loving it, and he's cheering me on, and it's just every time I hear Rio and he's just happy, it just makes me realize, like, you know, sets me back, like, this is why I'm doing it, because Rio is happy. Like, even if at the end of the day we don't get the record, it's fine. You know, Rio's loving it, so I guess that's all that matters.
That's amazing. And tell us about your, I guess, work within the community and how Team Angel Wolf has impacted the community in Dubai.
So with Team Angel Wolf, we do loads of inclusive activities. We do a bunch of stuff like Beach Blast, which is like at the beach. We do a bunch of activities there. We go to cinema rooms where we adjust the lighting and the sound for sensory reasons. We do loads, you know, even like the talks. We go to corporates and schools speaking about our story. Yeah.
Amazing.
So speaking of schools and things that you do for your community, what's one thing that schools can implement into their system to be more inclusive?
So one thing that we implement into schools is my message of being included, leave nobody out. So my main thing is inclusion and just showing how easy it is and simple it is, you know, in your everyday life to do. Like, I feel like, especially in this day and age, there's a lot of exclusion. So it's just trying to teach the world, you know, this is really simple. Like, you could be at school, you could be, you know, at lunchtime, sitting by yourself, or you see someone sitting by themselves, and it's like just going over to them and, you know, including them, really. So inclusion is the main message of being includer, leave nobody out.
It's so important because we were discussing bullying last week on the show, and we were saying it's easy for a school to say, we don't let bullying happen. But the reality is it can happen. And we thought that, like, you know, to change it, it's really important for kids to have conversations and for kids to kind of be more aware. And I think you spreading the message is a really strong way for it to just become more of a conversation. And I wonder, through your spreading of the message, have any kind of, you know, conversations or moments with other people, maybe with kids, has anything kind of struck you as kind of like a touching moment over the years when you've kind of done your school talks?
When I do my school talks, I mean, I have a lot of people that come up to me, like even adults, like even when I go to corporates, and a lot of kids as well. Like, you can kind of see them as well, like when I'm speaking, you can kind of just see them like thinking about it, like, oh, you know, this is actually pretty simple. And even like a few of them come up to me and they're like, oh, thank you so much. Like, I remember once someone was telling me that I think they saw someone that was being left out at school or something. And then they were like so proud to tell me, like, oh, I went over to them and I was talking to them. And it was just like, I think it's like little moments like that. And even when they tell me like, oh, I'm going to be more inclusive now, and just, you know, as long as I can just give one person my message and it like inspires them in some way, then I guess I've done my job. So.
But those simple moments, like, that's everything.
That means everything.
Like, even that, like, I'm just thinking, if there's a child sitting solo and how sad that can make them, and
how happy they make them when people approach them.
When people approach them.
Yeah. And you never know how much it's going to, like, I guess, make them happy. Like, for, like, some little moment can happen in my week and it's just made my whole month, you know? Like, little things.
It's so true. It's so important.
So you've done solo races, you've done races with Rio, but we have to ask you, do you have a personal favorite memory with Rio from all of the races that you had together?
Oh, that's a really hard question. Probably, that's actually a really hard question. Probably one of my favorite memories was loads. But I did the T100 Dubai last year with Rio. That was also another Guinness World Record.
Wow.
But we're waiting on the
What is the T100 just for?
So the T100 triathlon is a massive triathlon that's going on around the world, and they have their race in Dubai as well, which is a 2K swim, 80K bike, and an 18K run. So I did that last year with Rio as my second Guinness World Record, but we're still waiting on the approval of that. So fingers crossed we have that. But for me to get the record of this race, I had to do it under 6 hours. No, under 8 hours, sorry. So I had to do it under 8 hours. So I trained so much for this race, and, you know, I was stressing about it. I was like, ooh, under 8 hours, like, it's a lot of time. But when you've got, you know, you're pushing another person that's, like, heavier than you, like, I don't know. So I did the swim, and I was on the bike, and the bike was probably one of the toughest parts because it was 80 kilometers after a 2-kilometer swim. And, you know, I'm always like on my watch, I'm checking, like, I'm kind of trying to calculate it all if I have enough time before the run and if I'm going to make the cutoff to get the record. And I remember just stressing about it, and my dad's always with me when we race, so he's always like my supporter. And I think my dad could tell I was stressing a little bit, but honestly, I was stressing about it. And then I looked down at Rio, and then Rio, again, he's just singing, he's happy. And what did he say? He was just saying something like, oh, keep going, and he's just singing. And I was like, oh, you know, that was enough for me, really. But, you know, there's so many little moments while we're racing. Like, I think the funniest part is when we finish a race, whether we're out there for like 6 hours, 8 hours, or 1 hour. Like, after we cross the finish ine, Rio's always like, more, race. I was like, Rio, please, give me a break.
Another 200, please.
I know.
What's his favorite song to sing, though?
Oh, he loves nursery rhymes. Like, if it's your birthday, come over to our house. He will sing it to you like 20 times. Like, honestly, anything. He loves music. Music, food, and race probably is top 3. So.
What an inspiring family that you're all together getting these races done. I have to ask, we spoke briefly at the awards and you said you were finishing school and you wanted to put a time into this, so I wonder what's on like the vision board, what's on the manifestation board for Team Angel Wolf this year, races and, you know, plans for the brand.
So the plans for me, so I graduated in May, so I'm very happy about that. Thank you. So for me, I've decided I'm going to take a gap year. And because now I'm starting my own brand as a social entrepreneur, and I'm now doing LittleXWolf. So what I'm going to do is focus on that. I've got my launch next week, which is October the 4th, and it's up for 24 hours. You know, we've got limited stock. So like once it's sold out, it's sold out. So like we can't do, you know, much about that. But so that's kind of where I'm heading at the moment. So I'm trying to launch my brand, trying to get that growing. And at the same time, I'll continue racing with Rio and continue spreading my message of inclusion through that. So we'll see how it all goes. Very exciting.
Amazing. And if people want to find you, if they want to find LittleXWolf, let them know how they can do that.
So you can find me on Instagram at LittleXWolf, and I've got my website there as well, www.littlexwolf.com, and my Facebook and LinkedIn is exactly the same.
And a very last reminder, Tia has very kindly given a hoodie from the brand. We are giving this away to a Lovin Dubai follower. Thank you so much for this.
Of course.
And they have to mention...
Being included, leave nobody out.
So
yes, this is also out next week on the 4th of October at 12 p.m.
Super nice.
Dubai
the colour
time.
is amazing, by
Thank
the way.
you.
I love this shade of purple.
Yeah,
Thank you. I love this colour.
And so that is the end of the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning. Have a beautiful Monday and we'll see you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.